Hey everybody, Golden, how you doing, darling? Uh, this is going to be a little different one here than I guess what I'm usually been doing here for the past so many. But Golden, darling, this one's just for you. Okay, this is my gift to you, and I wanted to explain to you real quick why it took me a little time, because I have been literally. This took me forever, and I hope it's cherished and appreciated just as long by hopefully yourself, but somebody. But anyway, in between, I went through a couple of severe attacks from the blocking teams that I always mention, and they are the most treasonous groups that I could ever begin to describe to you. But after going through hours of defending from those, creatures, I have spent every wicked second working on this for you. And I'm so sorry, darling. I hope I didn't mean to, if anybody else is listening to, I didn't mean to scare anybody. But this one is called, obviously, as you can probably see, this one's called Golden's 11. And I thought that'd be kind of a catchy name due to what it's about. And I'll let you see what it's about here as we get started here. But Golden, darling, I thought it would be appropriate. You always give so much time to everybody else and do their readings for them. Of course, I'm not going to do anything in the future. But as far as like how you appear to me, I at least think it should be made known because you're incredibly sweet, and I think this was appropriate. So this is going to be my gift to you, Golden, and I hope that and just please make sure that this is nothing like a reading of what you do, but it's just how I see you as a complete and total sweetheart, and I just there's many qualities that go into that, so I just wanted to make sure that at least they were made known, because they really should be. If everybody in the world was like you, darling, we wouldn't have a problem, would we? So this is I have a gift for Golden, and I also have, and then to explain what I just did, who Golden is, and that I kind of just probably put down there in parentheses to me, but I think you know what I mean, darling. I couldn't love you any more than I do. So I have here who Miss Golden is to me. And Miss Golden, I hope you don't mind. This is just the way I see you, because there's just, to me, it's just very rare. You are pure class, darling. You are pure class, and that's the simplest way I could put it without going overboard. But you really are, and I think everybody else that sees you, I think they know what I mean. And this is, by the way, I entitled this Golden's 11. I know I mentioned it earlier. But instead of people, you're all of them, darling. So it's just basically 11 things that I appreciate about yourself. So 1, you are pure class. 2, I've got you are radiantly gorgeous. And I really mean that. I mean, everybody has different appearances on certain days, but some days you come out and it's like, you even over the screen, you kind of almost need your sunglasses. So, and so pretty, and, I don't know about the other women. I don't know, maybe they get, but for the guys, we really appreciate that. Some of us can't say it. I certainly can. I appreciate it, darling. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, you look just radiantly gorgeous on, every day, but especially sometimes when you come through the screen there. I'm just being honest. Number 3, you are, just based on what I've seen and what I've heard and the way you explain things and the knowledge level you have and everything, you are a mistress at your craft. That's how I see it. You know what you're talking about. You don't hesitate when you speak about it, and you can just tell you know what you're doing. So that's why I put that. I believe number 4, I put perfects her art and or slash, profession and never practices. Now, of course, they say practice makes perfect, and that's true. But practice is a loaded term. They have lots of loaded terms in their parallel language. As long as they practice, they feel they can do anything they want to, and they don't get in trouble because they're not a professional. But you're protected as a professional anyway if you're an American sovereign. So, but darling, I don't think you have to worry about any of that, because you know, as well as I know, you're very good at what you do. And, even if doing nothing, you're perfecting perfecting and honing your skills and all that stuff. And that's just the way it comes off to me. And that's why I have that as number 4. Number 5, I have you are... Anybody who doesn't know this is probably an idiot. To me, you are beautiful all the way through, inside and out. And it's just the way you appear, your way you deal with others, the way you speak, and all of that stuff. And, that it counts. It really does. And I just wanted you to know that it's not just on the outside. What I see, what I see and what I read is an extremely golden, beautiful heart of gold inside there, darling. And that's just what I read. Now, real quick, I'm going to just brief snippet on myself. I'm kind of forced to read every day. Like I told you before, I'm forced to read every day for my very life. But I have to read different things, timings and behaviors and all that stuff. But I used to play football. I used to be a quarterback. And all quarterbacks know the play doesn't start when the ball snaps. Our play starts when we go up to the line after we've called the play in the huddle, because I'm reading the defense and seeing if there's any holes, and see if we're in trouble and all that stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you, with me, because that's all I do is read every day. So anyhow, let's get on with this one here. This is about you, darling. I'm sorry. So the number 6 one I have is a true and complete sweetheart. And you really are, darling. Like I said, it's kind of the same as the way you talk to people. But when you get deeper in there, I mean, that kind of stuff goes a long way when it's, counts when there's, you're not on camera, or you're stuff like that, how the way you really are. And I can just tell you really are. And, I just want you to know that, darling. I think you should. What I put for number 7 was, this is just how I see you. You seem to always remember kindness from others. I've heard you, darling, thank so many people on your little podcast there, I don't know, whatever you call it. Please forgive me. And so, gracious and thankful to everybody that is your clients, joins in with you or whatever, watches in with you. I mean, you're very gracious to them, and that's a very important thing. It's a very important thing, and I just wanted you to know that you seem to remember kindness from others, whether it be, yesterday, or I've even heard you refer to something as, as long as a few months ago, and I just thought you should know that. So, very good to you, darling. the number 8, what I had for number 8 was free-spirited soul. Now, Ms. Golden, you have to have a free-spirited soul to kind of do what you do. You have to, and that's the only way you can really grow. If somebody's constantly hindering your growth, or, not wanting you to talk to this person, or not wanting you to meet up with that person, you can't go past the fence, and you can't go to here or there without somebody. That's kind of hindering your growth. But you seem to be a very free-spirited soul, and I'm so thankful that you are. And I really hope, that in saying that, I hope I'm definitely not wrong, but I hope that, in other words, I wish only the best for you, because free-spirited souls are so rare nowadays, and hopefully that's about to turn around here, so let's hope for that. But you really are. You do seem to be a free-spirited soul there. For number 9, I have, darling, you are profusely intelligent. And look, mostly people that I know, they'll usually come to me they'll ask whatever they're trying to ask, because, and the only reason I know certain things is because I've had to do it from my freaking life. Please forgive my language. But, you as well, especially, with your profession or your craft or whatever, you do there. And I think I got a pretty good idea, but you're very good at it. Again, you explain everything in detail. You constantly just plug right along, and you can always tell. I can always tell, because when you throw intelligent terms out there, and it seems like nobody's going to be able to get it, I get them. And it's not just that. It's the way you communicate and all of that stuff. All of that adds up to profusely intelligent, because sometimes that has more meanings than one. So very good to you on that one as well. And let's see, that was number 9. So for number 10, I had is empathetic, gentle, and kind. And darling, that's how you come off every single time. And, anybody else who tries to, describe that differently, well, I'd probably block them. Because that you do. You really do. You come off as very empathetic, or an empath, and very gentle and very kind, and that's the way it should be, and darling, I'm so proud of you for being the way you are. I just wanted to let you know that. And you've got, for number 11, this is all me now. This is just, how I, when I watch you, how I look at you, and how I view you, or, think of you as a, I don't want to say person, but let's say a natural woman. This is how I think of you, all these things. And number 11, this is the last one. This is Golden's 11 here. Is she recognizes soulmates across time and space. And I think if you look at that picture, you'll see something familiar that you might have mentioned maybe a week or so back. And to tell you the truth, that kind of helped me choose this one. So maybe if there's anything in common there, I would absolutely love that. But yeah, I can't help my, the sign that I am. So that's me. But I probably couldn't be more proud to be so, if that was the case. I am anyway. So that was what I had for you for 11. Now, what I have up here is, darling, that makes your Golden's 11. In other words, if you didn't get it by now, the whole thing was based on roses, because you said that roses were the highest, whatever we're indicating a flower, you know, a type of flower, at least symbolically. So that's what I was kind of getting at here. So that makes 11 roses for you. If you noticed, they appeared in every single picture. So if that's 11, that's your golden's 11 roses. That makes 11 roses for you. So just for, you know, I just thought I'd put up here something a little, you know, a little fun, you know. So I wonder who just might give you your 12th rose. Well, I know somebody pretty well that that would probably get my vote. Okay. Okay, so but darling, listen, I am so sorry again. I am so sorry this took so long. Between dealing with all those attacks, and I worked on this from the very last video that I posted, or presentation, I call them presentations, that I posted. I have been working on this thing every waking second since then. So I just wanted to let you know that's kind of the reason why you didn't see anything, or anybody else who might be watching the content or whatever. That's the reason why. Because if you notice, I had a lot of pictures in here. It takes a long time to dig for the content, the material, and to edit and all that stuff. You know how it is. You're one of them. Okay. But listen, darling, I want you to know I love you so very much, and I want you to keep on doing what you're doing over there. I think it's wonderful, and everybody else, I want to say I love you so very much. And but I wanted to make this especially for you, darling. I wanted to make sure that this is my gift to you and how I see you. You read everybody else every day, and you know, I'm sure you maybe get thank yous for it, but I like to give gifts, you know. So this is my gift to you, and I hope that you liked it. So for yourself and for everybody, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. And darn, God bless you. I hope to not take that much of a break, too much more in the future here. But God bless you, and God bless everybody. And please take care, and I will talk to you here shortly next time, okay? All right. God bless. Take care now, okay? Bye-bye.